Nation, one election. What are the pros and cons of it? One nation, one election. What are the pros and cons of it? As you all know, one nation, one election is a buzzword in India today, and in the recent manifesto released by the BJP party, one nation, one election is an ideal. The debate of over one nation, one election was going on in India from last 2 years. In fact, the first 3 general elections in India were held on one nation, one election process only. Even today, many countries are going one nation, one election, including the recent elections in Indonesia. This should be the introduction for the answer. One nation, one election. The thing is, after that, the pros and cons. The advantage is it can save money to the exchequer. As you all know, the recent general elections, we have spent around 60,000 crores and around 12 to 15,000 crores went on election expenditure. So conducting elections separately for Lok Sabha, state assemblies and also local bodies, it's a very expensive process for a large country like India. This is the first thing. Second thing, already India have this advantage. We have seen that till first 3 general elections. The third thing is, in India we suffer with permanent campaigning syndrome. Every time whenever elections comes, we will be in the campaigning mode. In 5 years, if 3 stages election comes, we will be complete in the campaigning mode, and we have model code of conduct, and we also announcing populist schemes rather than governance, and we will suffer with policy paralysis. We don't frame proper policies at that time, and we will be after populist schemes. So these are all the advantages why we can go for one India, one election. Even conducting the elections will be easy for Election Commission of India, all those things. But the negative thing is, even most of the political parties' subject is it affects federalism, particularly regional parties. The data in the election polls tells that when the elections are conducted simultaneously to Lok Sabha and state assemblies, whenever they have conducted, wherever they have conducted, there was a tinge towards national party rather than local party. And generally people vote, if they go to the polling booth, human psychology tells, they will vote for the same political party at the central level and the state level. As we have seen, 6 months back there were elections in Telangana. The Telangana Chief Minister advanced the elections not to conduct elections together with the national elections. So when a voter enters into the polling booth, generally the national party which have common symbol and which also have the dominance in populism definitely will get a better vote. So this is one thing. So many experts say that is the reason why BJP is forcing the nation to go into one nation, one election, as BJP is a national party and it can play a significant role even in the South India. That means it affects the regional parties and federalism. And second important problem with the one India, one election is we need to amend the constitution and we need to adjust. Say for example, suddenly there is a governor's rule in the state, or there were midterm elections, or suddenly Lok Sabha gets dissolved. So what we will do with that? Even this needs a lot of adjustments. We need to have constitutional amendment. We need to have nationwide debate. It is not so easy for all these reasons. So apart from that, writing pros and cons, you should also write Article 83. 83 deals with duration of houses. Lok Sabha duration is maximum 5 years. And Article 85, dissolution of Lok Sabha by the President. And you should also speak about Article 172, duration of state legislature. Article 172, duration of state legislature. And Article 174, dissolution of state legislature, state assembly. Article 174, dissolution of state assembly. And you should also mention Article 356, which deals with President's rule. And apart from Constitution, you should also amend RP Act, Representation of People's Act. So all these things you have to start doing. It is not an easy task which we can do in a single stroke. This is the answer. So these are the articles which you need to mention when you write an article, one nation, one election.